All right, so today we've got a booty band or a band and loop video. I have a variety of bands with different resistance levels. So you'll need some of these small bands, and if this is all you have, then you can use this. However, if you do have the longer, thicker bands, this is also an option for some of the exercises. And if you don't have, and they also come in different strengths, so different widths. As you can see, ours are well used. And if you don't have this style, you may have this style with the handles. Some of them actually have the pound on them, which is really nice. And if you don't have these but are looking to purchase them, try to get the ones with the metal clips because they're a lot more durable. They're a lot with plastic. Or this is ones that aren't quite as heavy or strong, but also good. Perfect. All right, so today we're doing a band workout. So aside from the warm-up, all of the exercises will be using some form of band. We're going to move through a warm-up with 3 exercises, 1 minute each, get our heart rate pumping, and get everything moving and warm before we move into a variety of band exercises. The whole workout should take about a half an hour. All right, morning guys. Before we get started, a little sip of coffee to warm us up because it is freezing outside. And we'll get going. We have mummies first, which look like this, and I'm going to use one of my bands for that. So it just goes around the upper thighs, just above the knees, and mummy looks like this. Open and close your arms as you alternate your feet. Perfect. After that, we're going to move into squat pedal. You can use the band or not, entirely up to you. I'm going to warn you, squat pedal on its own is really challenging. So if you do decide to use the band, you can assume that it's going to give you a really good workout. And then after that, we're going to do squat jacks. So making sure that you're squatting with each jack. Alrighty, let's get started. Make sure our guy's loud enough for us to hear. So with mummy first.
3, 2, 1, go.
So kicking your feet out and scissoring your arms. Perfect. Keep moving, keep breathing, keep going. So the faster you move, the more benefits, the more intense. If it's too much, opening and closing, and just pushing your heel, also very good. Breathe. Try to keep your hands at shoulder height. Almost there before we move into squat pedal.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, squat, pedal, breathe. Squatting in between each one. Getting that heart rate up, breathe. Looking good. We've got this. Starting to feel some intensity in your legs. Keep moving. We don't quit when we're tired. We quit when we're done. Breathe. Remember, there's always an option
3,
to take the hop
2,
out.
1.
All right, squat jacks. Keeping that bend in the knee. I don't know about you, but my heart rate has accelerated. Starting to get warmed up. Keeping that bend in my knees. Almost there. Less than 15 seconds. We've got this.
3, 2, 1, done.
Beautiful. Be careful when you're taking the band off, especially if you're standing. You don't want to get your legs all tied up. All right, so we're doing exercise pairs. We'll alternate between each exercise. We'll do each one 4 times. So in each set, there'll be 8 exercises. We're having less rest in between. We'll have 30 seconds rest. So it's 30 seconds, 1 exercise, 10 seconds rest, 30 seconds the next, 10 seconds rest. After the complete set, 30 seconds rest before moving in to the next exercise. So our first exercise is a tricep press. So I need to find the band that I want to use for this. So know that your bands have different resistance levels and you can adjust, just like doing a drop set or a superset with weights, you can adjust. So you're going to catch the band in one hand. So I'm going to start with the band in my left. I'm going to slide my palm through, keep my fingers flat, hold the band up alongside my chest, and I press down without ever breaking that wrist. So make sure your wrist remains flat and straight the whole time. So that's the first one. So we'll alternate right, left, and then our other exercise is open close, which seems super easy, but it is not necessarily. So it'll just be like this, palms up for the first one, open and close. Pinching your shoulder blades together. And then after 30 seconds, the next one will be palms in, and then palms down, and then back to palms up. Alrighty, so let's get started. I need to adjust our wrist. Perfect, oopsie. That would be 3 minutes, not 30 seconds. Okay, why isn't it doing that? There we go. Beautiful. Let's get started. All right. So I've caught the
2,
band.
1,
My
go.
palm is in, press down and up. The whole time my wrist stays totally engaged and my elbow stays nice and tight to my rib cage. Beautiful. Perfect. Keep going. And notice that you can get the same resistance from a band as you can get from
3,
using
2, 1,
weights.
rest.
All right. So now if you're using the same band, we're going to do palms up, thumbs out,
3, 2, 1, go.
and open and close. So notice it's a small movement. If you have a band that has more play, yours will probably have a greater movement. Breathe. Very small movement, still working. Breathe deeply. Have fun with it. That's it.
3, 2, 1,
All right.
rest.
Now, band goes in the right hand. Slide your left palm through.
3,
Nice flat
2,
wrist.
1,
Keep that
go.
band nice and close to the heart and press down. So you're working that horseshoe at the back of your arm. Press firmly, all the while ensuring that you don't break the wrist, meaning you don't bend the wrist or flex it. Perfect. Press. 3, 2, 1, rest. So our next exercise, we'll have our palms facing in.
3, 2, 1, go.
You can stand if you like. That's it. Keep those elbows nice and close to the body. Feeling it in the back. Keep that neck long. So if you're feeling any tension, any creeping into the neck, then you need to adjust your resistance. Open and close. Minuscule
3,
movements.
2, 1, rest.
Perfect. Moving back over to palm
3,
with the right
2,
and left hand is
1,
working.
go.
So here we go. Working that muscle at the back of your arm. You want that horseshoe to pop out. Breathe. That's it. Strong deep breath. Now if it's getting too intense, don't quit. Change your band resistance.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Perfect. So we did palms up, we did palms in, now we're doing palms down.
3,
So thumbs
2,
towards each
1,
other.
go.
Keeping those wrists flat. Breathe. Feeling it in between your shoulders. Beautiful breath, halfway there. I don't know about you, but I'm sweating from these tiny little movements.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, so moving to the other side. Band is in the left hand, right palm is in.
3, 2, 1, go.
And press down. Keep that band nice and high, nice and tight alongside the body. And press down. And breathing, exhaling at the hardest part of the movement. If your band rolls up, don't worry about it.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, and our last one, palms up.
3, 2, 1, go.
That's it. Good morning. Keep moving this body. Strengthening those muscles. Lots of weight bearing exercises, strengthening your bones. I would normally recommend getting outside for some nice fresh air. It's very brisk. If you like that kind of thing, it's
3,
wonderful.
2, 1, rest.
Perfect. All right, so demonstrate the next movement. So we're doing some seated rows
3,
with some lat pulls.
2, 1, rest.
Okay, I'm going to pause that for a second. So seated rows, you can use one of these style loop bands, really big. Extend your arms, or extend your legs. Those are your legs, the ones attached to your lower body. And then sit up nice and tall and pull back. So I'm going to show you from the side view, making sure that your spine is erect and you're pulling back. So depending on how much resistance you want, you can choke up on the band, get closer to the feet, pull back, more resistance. Or you can use one of these style bands. You can use the handles, or same thing, choke up, depending on how much resistance you want. Shorter bands, you might need to bend your knees. If they don't have that much give, you might need to bend your knees to pull it in. So use what you have. If you don't have either, you can use a towel with bent knees, a hand towel. All right, so that's the first exercise. Our second exercise is lat pulls. So hold the band in front of your chest, and actually, hang on. I like it better with this one. holding the band in front of your chest, and you're going to keep your wrists straight and pull until your arms are fully extended and your wrists stay straight at all times. Do not flex your wrists. So pulling, beautiful. And that's how, the very last exercise, we're going to hold it, but I'll let you know when that is. All right, so get ready for seated rows. I'm going to use this band. I like it and it has a little more resistance. Woo. All right. What? Uh-oh. Did we miss the countdown? I think we did. All right, let's just keep moving.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, all right. Sorry. There we go. That was the rest. I paused the rest. Sorry, guys. The risk of life. So we'll get a little extra here. A little extra is better than not enough. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades together as we pull back. Keep those elbows nice and tight alongside the rib cage. We're not doing any chicken wing type deal here. I'm going to keep it nice and tight. Pull and extend. Pull and extend.
3,
Squeeze those shoulder blades
2,
together.
1.
Beautiful.
Rest.
Perfect. All right. We're moving to lat pulls. So, whatever
3,
type bands you
2,
have,
1.
out in front of the
Go.
body, and open and close. So squeezing the shoulder blades as if you had a pencil in between. Beautiful. Feeling some intensity here. The only reason I'm kneeling is because when I stand, I feel like you can't really see me. So you can stand or kneel if you so desire.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
So you're probably starting to feel a little bit of intensity here. That's okay. Intensity is good. That's what we want. But we don't want pain. So if you're feeling any sort of pain or real intense discomfort, then you need to scale back or stop. Breathe. So using what you have at home and moving your body every single day. Maybe you don't have everything that you think you should. Make do with what you do have. And we can always walk. You can always run.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Beautiful. All right, coming back to the lat pulls.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Oh, I need to choke up a little bit more. That's not enough for me. I want a little more intensity. So that means I need to grab the band closer. And then pulling it to just above your heart. Beautiful. Make sure that those wrists are staying long.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Perfect. Loop it around.
3, 2, 1. Go.
And pull back. So I think I need a little bit more, so I'm going to reach a little closer. That's it. A little bit more intensity. So the spine is lifted. Lengthening through the crown of your head. Beautiful. My wrists are long. As I pull back, I'm squeezing between my shoulder
3,
blades.
2, 1. Rest.
Release.
Three, 2, 1. Go.
There we go. Didn't do a very good job in the middle. There we go. Breathe. Navel drawing into the spine, supporting your low back. So at this point, you're probably feeling a lot of intensity,
3,
and that's good.
2, 1. Rest.
Perfect. Moving back for our last seated row.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Breathe. So a few upper body exercises and a few lower body exercises to get nice complement, bring everything into balance.
3,
Keeping everything
2,
engaged.
1, rest.
Perfect. All right, so this is where we're going to extend
3,
and
2,
hold.
1, go.
So pull it to the, I need it tighter. And hold. Breathe. You might want to pulse it just a little. Keep those wrists long. Don't allow your wrists to bend. Tiny little pulses. Hold the belly in. That's it.
3,
You've got this.
2, 1, rest.
Beautiful. And rest. All right, so our next
3,
round.
2, 1, rest.
All right, our next round is called rainbow and clamshell. So I need to get myself a band, and I'm going to put, for rainbow, the band will go around my ankles. All right, I'm going to pause this. Remind me that I paused it. All right, so I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So rainbow, and my toes are pointing down. I'm laying on my side. I'm propping up my body up with my elbow, and then I'm going to point my toes down and come to the front and to the back, making a rainbow. So we'll alternate right and left sides, so we do each side twice. I can promise you that it will be very intense. Then move the band up to just above your knees. Prop yourself up on your elbow. Keep the knees to get feet together, and then you're going to open and close the knees. So I'm using a heavy band. You can, if you don't have enough of a diversity, then you can layer your bands or loop them up or whatever to make a little bit stronger. Whatever you need. Maybe you need less. Maybe you need more. I don't know. All right, so we're going to start with a rainbow. Almost time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Toes point down. And side to side. Lift in between. So lifting to the height. Try to get that band up as high as you can. You should be feeling it in the outer side of your booty. Breathe. Almost
3,
there.
2, 1, rest.
Perfect. Slide that band up just above the knees.
3,
Stack your knees, stack
2,
your feet,
1,
and
go.
open and close. Whoops. Breathe. Just like a clamshell. That's it. In and out. Oh, I guess the dog wants to be down.
No.
Breathe. Opening. Try not to use momentum.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right. Flip it over. Slide the band down towards your ankles.
3, 2, 1, go.
And forward and back. Holding your body up so you're on the outer edge of your hip without leaning forward or back. Toe points down. Lift it as high as you can in between. Breathe.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Pull that band up just above your knees.
3, 2, 1,
Stack the
go.
feet, stack the hips, and open and close. So adding variety in your workout keeps you from getting bored. Maybe you're working out with your friend virtually or remotely. You can share stories. Breathe. That's it. Almost
3,
there.
2, 1. Rest.
And then flip it back over. Back to rainbow.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Lift and lower. Feeling the resistance. Maybe your band starts to feel like it's getting a little bit tighter. Keep lifting through the center.
3,
Keep it
2,
going.
1. Rest.
All right. And adjust. Pull it up.
3, 2, 1.
Everything's
Go.
nice and stacked. Open and close. Breathe. You can even place your hand on your cheek. Yep, the one below your waist. To feel that muscle working. Breathe. So the option is always to layer your bands if you're finding that your band isn't tight enough and you have
3,
more than one.
2,
Layer it
1.
up.
Rest.
If your band is too loose and you don't have enough resistance, you won't feel
3,
the muscles in the
2,
same way.
1. Go.
Perfect. Last time on this side. Keep lifting. So remember, we don't give up when we're tired. We finish when we're done. We quit when we're done. And not before. Lift.
3,
That's it.
2, 1. Rest.
And last time, pull it up just above the knees. Stack your
3,
legs,
2,
stack your hips, stack your
1.
feet.
Go.
Open and close. There we go. Drawing that outer thigh out and open. Lift and open. Very deliberate movements. Yay!
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right. So moving on to our last set. So our first one is called the quad
3,
head heel
2,
press.
1. Rest.
All right, so this is a rest. I'm going to pause it for a second. So you're on all fours, the knees directly below the hips, hands directly below the shoulders. You're going to press your heel up and back. So it goes up and back and draw it in. As if you were pressing something heavy away with your body, with your heel. And then the second one is a hydrant. So you want to keep your foot on the same plane as your knee. All right, I'll let this run so we can get the rest of our break. So we'll start on the right side with the quad head heel press. You might want a stronger band for this, but the fire hydrant can be a bit tricky if you have it on the most challenging band.
3, 2, 1. Go.
So pressing that heel up and away and drop back in. Keeping that foot flexed. Press it up and away. Squeeze the glute as you do so. Keep pressing. Keep breathing. That's it. You've got this. Should be feeling your booty right about now.
3, 2, 1.
Lots of sensations.
Rest.
Perfect. All right, you might decide to stretch back in a bit of a child's pose.
3, 2, 1. Go.
And then fire hydrant. Keep it at the same plane. Breathe. And somehow it makes it easier knowing that we're all working out together. That's it. Keep breathing. Just when you think your leg won't lift a single
3, 2,
more. There we go.
Rest.
Perfect. All right. And a little bit of stretch. Your arms and
3,
shoulders supporting this
2,
body.
1, go.
And press that heel back. Press it up and back. As you press it back, make sure you're squeezing your cheek, maximizing the movement. And we're almost there. We can do this. Pressing
3,
through
2,
the
1,
heel.
rest.
All right, maybe some hip circles.
3, 2,
And
1,
hydrant.
go.
That's it. And using the muscle to do the work, not momentum. That's it. Breathe. Strong breath. So bands are one of my favorite things to use because you can roll them up and bring them pretty much anywhere. They fit in your suitcase.
3,
They fit in
2,
your gym bag.
1,
You just
rest.
bring them to work. Quick little workout.
3, 2, 1, go.
I've been known to bring them on swim meets when my daughter's practicing. I'm squeezing in a little bit of a workout. So if you're like me right now and you're wearing shorts and your legs are getting sweaty, the band is starting to roll up, no big deal. And you may not realize this, but you're working your shoulders to support your body
3,
and your abs.
1, rest.
Really want to make sure, I'm going to fix that band. Really want to make sure that you're drawing your navel
3,
in to support your
2,
spine
1, go.
in this movement. All right, open and close. Really being mindful to keep your knee and your foot on the same plane. Keep moving. We're almost there. So your cheeks are probably on fire right now.
3, 2,
Don't worry, you're keeping good company.
rest.
So are mine. Beautiful.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, this is the last one. Our last quadruped heel press. Push through the heel. Strong movement. Creating that mind-body connection intensifies all your movements. So whenever you're working out or exercising, making that connection, really concentrating on the contraction will improve your workout and your results.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Beautiful. All right, a little hip circle here before we make our
3,
way to our last
2,
hydrant.
1, go.
All right, open it up and draw it together. And you really want to use resistance as you come down. You want the eccentric and concentric contraction to be working. So you're resisting the leg just snapping back down. Beautiful.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Perfect. And have a seat. Remove your band.
3,
And that's it.
2,
You're done.
1, done.
Yay! Good job. So, draw your soles of your feet together. So if you've got someplace to be or something to do, have a great day. If not, and you want to give a little stretch, you can join us for a little stretch. Put the soles of your feet together, sit up nice and tall, allow the knees to float open. Beautiful breath. That's it. Perfect. And then, actually I'm going to remove my socks and shoes because that's just the way I like to stretch. Perfect. All right. So right shin comes parallel to the top of your mat. Left heel comes on top of the right shin. So we want to stretch our booty. There's a little bit of tightness in there right now. Float your hands behind you, sit up nice and tall. And then when you're ready, hinge forward. So you want to listen to your breath and go at the measure of your breath. So if you're feeling a lot of intensity right here, right now, then you're going to stay here and just continue to breathe. If you think there's some more space in this body, you can walk your hands forward and then slowly deepen the breath. And as space allows, you can start to hinge forward from the hips. So you really need to listen to your body here. If you have tight hips, you want to go very slowly and incrementally to avoid any strains. The quickest way to halt an exercise program is to hurt yourself. So listen to your body. Perfect. All right. And then change sides. So the left shin is parallel to the top of your mat. Right heel comes on top of the left knee. And as you can see, my hip is super tight here and it's a little resistant. So I'm going to float my hands behind my back. I'm going to sit up nice and tall, create space for my breath, and then I'm going to gently hinge forward from my hips. And as my breath allows, slowly deepen the stretch. It's not about how low you can go. So as I move through this stretch, I'm ensuring that my spine is erect. The whole time I'm not rounding. I'm lengthening through the spine. The crown of the head is stretching away from my tail. My heart is still lifted. And then slowly moving into it. A little bit less space here now. But I'm very cautious about listening to my body. Beautiful. That's it. All right, coming back up. Extend your legs. Perfect. Sit up nice and tall. Stretch for the hamstrings. Hinge forward. That's it. So I'm feeling a lot of length in the back of my leg from the base of my glutes all the way through to my heels. You might decide to go a little lower if that works for you. If it doesn't, stay where you are. You can also use one of your bands to assist in your stretch if you can't quite reach. Perfect. Oh, this feels amazing. Particularly at the base of my glutes. At the very top of my hamstrings. Perfect. All right. And release. Draw the right knee in, and then place that foot on the outside of the left leg. Sit up nice and tall. Right hand behind the glute, left arm floats around. Gaze over the shoulder. Keep that back hand nice and tight to the spine. Nice and tight to the spine so you're sitting up nice and tall. I often see this. We want to be here. And your gaze shifts slowly as your breath allows. All right, and change sides. Breathe. And release. You can sit in a cross-legged posture. Float your left arm across the body. Breathe. Draw that palm to the back. Opening the heart. And then change sides. Breathe. Stretching the shoulders out. And triceps. And open the heart. Give yourself a big hug. Lift the elbows. Change sides. Opposite elbow on top. Excellent. Have a wonderful day.